Let me ask you something. What if the plant you are about to give up on is not actually dying? What if it is just waiting for the right conditions to come back to life? Now I remember a time I walked through a garden that looked like it was finished. Leaves hanging low, color fading, growth completely stalled. It looked like the end. And the grower had already made up his mind. These ones are done, he said. But something told me to look closer, because plants do not always die the way people think they do. Sometimes, they are not dead. They are stressed. They are lacking something beneath the surface. And that is where most people make the mistake. They look at the plant instead of the soil. Healthy soil, wealthy foods, health, strength, stability. Now here is something that changed the way I see everything. A weak plant is often not a plant problem. It is a soil problem. Because when soil loses life, plants lose strength. But when soil begins to recover, plants respond, sometimes faster than you expect. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever had a plant that looked like it was done, but somehow came back? Drop that in the comments. Because what you are about to see is that recovery is not random. There are specific things, simple things, that can shift your soil quickly, and when that happens, your plants begin to follow. Now I am going to show you 5 of those. Not complicated, not expensive, but powerful when used correctly. And the first one is something most people overlook completely, and the first thing that can begin to bring your soil back to life is water. But not just any watering, deep, intentional watering. Now this is where a lot of people get it wrong. They water lightly, quickly, just enough to wet the surface. But roots do not live on the surface, and neither does soil life. When you water shallow, you train roots to stay weak. You keep the deeper soil dry, inactive, disconnected. But when you water deeply, something begins to change. Moisture moves down. Microbial life wakes up. Roots begin to search, expand, recover, and suddenly, that plant that looked like it was fading starts to respond. Healthy soil, wealthy foods, health, strength, stability. Now the second thing is one of the fastest ways to shift your soil, compost tea. Now this is not heavy compost. It is a diluted, living solution. And what it does is introduce active biology back into your soil quickly. Instead of waiting weeks for compost to break down, you are applying life directly. Microbes that begin working immediately, helping unlock nutrients, supporting roots, stabilizing the system. And plants feel that, not overnight, but faster than most people expect. Now let me give you a simple picture. One grower keeps adding heavy inputs, trying to force growth. Another focus is on reactivating the soil, using water properly, introducing biology. And over time, one struggles, while the other begins to see recovery. Now let me ask you something. How are you watering your soil right now? Light and frequent, or deep and intentional? Because that alone can change everything. Now we are just getting started, because the next 3 methods begin to build on this foundation. And once they come together, that is when real transformation begins. And once water and biology begin to come back into balance, you can take things a step further. Because now you are not just waking the soil up, you are beginning to protect it. And that brings us to the third method, covering your soil. Now this is one of the simplest things you can do, but also one of the most powerful, because bare soil loses life quickly. The sun dries it out, heat stresses it, moisture disappears. And when that happens, everything slows down again. But cover that same soil with mulch, with leaves, with organic material, and something different begins to happen. Moisture stays longer. Temperature stabilizes. Microbial life is protected. And when life is protected, it begins to multiply. Healthy soil, wealthy foods, health, strength, stability. Now the fourth method is something many people underestimate. Loosening the soil, gently. Not heavy tilling, not turning everything over, but simply opening the soil enough so air can move again. Because soil needs oxygen, roots need it, microbes need it. And when soil becomes tight, everything slows. But when you gently loosen it, you restore flow, water moves better, air returns. Roots begin to expand again, and that weak plant starts to find strength. Now let me give you a picture. One grower leaves the soil exposed, compacted, dry. The other protects it, opens it, supports it, and over time, one sees decline, while the other begins to see recovery. Same starting point, different decisions. Now let me ask you, is your soil covered, or is it exposed? Because that one choice can determine how fast your garden comes back. Now we are moving into the final part of this, because once these steps are in place, there is one more thing that brings everything together. And when that happens, that is when you truly begin to see life return. Because once you have added moisture, restored biology, protected the soil, and allowed it to breathe, there is one more thing your plants need to truly recover: nutrition that is available, not just present. Now this is where many people get confused. They think, if nutrients are in the soil, the plant should grow. But that is not always true, because nutrients can be there, but locked up, unavailable, out of reach. And that is where this final method makes the difference. Light, balanced feeding. Not heavy fertilizer. Not overwhelming the soil, but small, intentional additions that the plant can actually use. This could be a diluted organic feed, a balanced natural input, something gentle that supports, not forces, growth. And when that is combined with everything we have already talked about, something powerful begins to happen. The soil becomes active, nutrients begin to move, roots begin to absorb again. And that is when you see it, the shift. Leaves begin to deepen in color, growth becomes steady. That dying plant starts to come back. Healthy soil, wealthy foods, health, strength, stability. Now let us step back and look at this one last time. Two people, same struggling plants. The first person assumes they are gone. They pull them out, start over, repeat the cycle. The second person looks deeper. They restore the soil, step by step. Water, biology, protection, air, balanced nutrition. And instead of replacing plants, they revive them. And this is where the real lesson is. Because once you learn how to bring soil back to life, you do not just grow plants, you restore systems. Now let me ask you something before we close. Have you been trying to fix your plants or your soil? Drop that in the comments. Because that one shift is what separates struggle from steady, reliable growth. Now I want to leave you with this. Not every weak plant is lost. Not every struggling garden is finished. Sometimes, it is just waiting for the right conditions. Because when you restore the soil, life returns. And when life returns, so does your harvest. Because the soil beneath your feet is capable of far more than you think. And when you work with it, instead of against it, you will not just grow better plants, you will grow real abundance. And before you move on from this, there is one final thing I want you to see. Because what we have talked about is not just about saving a few plants, it is about changing the way you see your entire garden. Now most people think in seasons. Plant, grow, harvest, start over. But once you understand how to bring soil back to life, you begin to think differently. You begin to think in systems. Because a plant that comes back to life is not just a saved plant, it is proof. Proof that your soil is improving. Proof that life is returning. Proof that you are building something that will last. Healthy soil, wealthy foods, health, strength, stability. Now picture those two people one last time. The first person keeps replacing plants. Every time something struggles, they start over. New seeds, new effort, same cycle. But the soil underneath never truly changes, so the results stay the same. Now the second person learns how to restore. They take what looks weak and bring it back. They do not just grow plants. They build soil that supports them. And over time, something powerful begins to happen. They need fewer inputs. They waste less time. Their garden becomes more predictable, more reliable. And that is when the shift really happens. Because now, they are not just gardening. They are producing food that lasts. Food that supports their family. Food that reduces their dependence on the store. That is what wealthy food looks like. Now let me ask you one last question. The next time you see a struggling plant, will you replace it or will you restore what is beneath it? Because that decision will shape everything that grows in your garden. And the truth is, the soil beneath your feet is not just something you use. It is something you build. And when you build it with understanding, with patience, with intention, it begins to give back more than you expect. because when knowledge meets living soil, abundance appears. Remember, wealthy foods lead to health, strength, and peace of mind. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe for more practical wisdom and simple methods to help you grow abundance right where you are. Until next time, keep growing.